Let it all work out. Let it all work out. Hey! That be for Riesling, baby. That beer for Riesling to do it to you. Let it do it to you and do it for you, that beer for Riesling. What's going on, you nosy motherfuckers? Welcome back to the Operation Hill One Heart channel where we do what? Focus on healing humor around hot motherfucking topics. Hey, y'all. My good old nosy neighbors. I hate when I forget to do one thing. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Give me one second. Let it all work out. Let it all work out. Let it all work out. Yes, let it all work out, honey. And looks like it did. Looks like it did. Okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, ASAP Rocky has been acquitted. Let it all work out. Let it all work out. That is my song. We did it. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. I couldn't even wait until Friday to come back because I was so excited. Hey, Tifa, my nosy ass neighbor girl. I was so excited last night. I was on pins and fucking needles about this verdict. I'm there like, let it all work out. Let it all work out. They had me so nervous. When I tell y'all nervous, I mean nervous. But God is good. God is good. God is good. God is good all the time. His reaction was my reaction. I jumped up out my seat. I'm jumping around. Oh my God, because you could see on the lawyer, on Joe Tacopino, and you could see on Rocky. They both were scared to death. I think Rocky started crying. Before they even read the verdict. They were scared to death. And they were so nervous looking. They had me nervous. I'm like, wait a minute, because they was like, the verdict was going to be read at 4, which was 7 over here. But then at 7, they was like, oh, another 30 minutes. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, maybe that's not good news if they need another 30 minutes. And then when they came back after the 30 minutes, Rocky looked nervous as hell and Joe looked nervous as hell. So I'm like, oh God, I hope they didn't tell them something already. I hope they don't have a hint of this thing. Like, I just was scared for them. I was scared for them. So they look nervous. I look nervous, but let it all work out. Get your Riesling. Let it all work out. Let it all work out. Everybody should have a cup of beer for Riesling. This is beer for Riesling. It's my go-to wine. It's my go-to wine. It gets you very tipsy. It's very sweet and it's inexpensive. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got 2 things. Well, we're going to get an endorsement from Barefoot. Don't worry about that. Another thing is, too, we need to work up our subscribers. I've seen that I got a lot of new subscribers from putting up the ASAP Rocky verdict. But yeah, we need to get some more subscribers. We need to get to like 5,000. Right now, I think we're at 1,170. No, we need to be at 5,000. So ladies and gentlemen, when you watching, share, say, listen, they talk about something over here on this live. Y'all get up in there. Anywho, if you are here, please drop your name in the chat so I can give you a shout out. If you want to donate to the channel, there's my Cash App on the screen there. If not, please feel free to drop me a super chat. Let it all work out. So what we have on the docket today, let's see. We got my boy Rocky. We got my boy Rocky on the docket today. So we're going to share the screen so we can look at him. Let it all work out. Let it all work out. That's my song. Let it all work out. Hi, Christopher. Thank you so much. So what I will say is, again, ASAP Rocky was found not guilty. I was very, very happy about that. And the reason why, I want to be honest, the reason why I was very, very happy is because I'm not a fan of the prosecution not proving their case. I don't care what I personally think about what a situation is. I just feel like in a court of law, if you do not prove your case, then you do not win the case. And I see sometimes in some of these cases lately, depending on who's involved in it, they're getting slighted, and some people are getting guilty and not guilty verdicts, and they're not proving their case. And for me, I didn't like that. Like, case in point, I'll give an example. I was not a fan of the Tory Lanez verdict, right? Do I feel like Tory Lanez pow Meg? I'm not getting into that argument. What I will say is I didn't feel like the prosecution really built their case. I'm sorry, I just did not. I feel like Meg was a fan favorite, so that's why, you know, that went in that direction. And I mean, that could be the same thing for Rocky. The only thing that I will say is, even if Joe didn't necessarily build his case 2,000,000%, he definitely discredited the prosecution case. He definitely discredited the prosecution case, starting with enemy of the state #1. Where he at? Because I'm cursing him the fuck out. No, we're gonna talk about the hip hop. You, starting with you, starting with you, starting with you, ending with you, and everything else with you. You tank this case. Relli, you tank this case. Hey, Delon, my nosy neighbor. You tank this case, Relli. You tank this case. And that's why, if you guys see, the thumbnail for this video is that the fight begins now. Now the real fight begins. Now the real fight begins. Because this is not even about ASAP Rocky no more, which for me, once they put this motherfucker up on the stand, it wasn't about Rocky no more for me, because I was so disgusted about the prosecution's witness. They did not prepare him, or maybe he didn't go there to get, I don't know what happened, but he tanked this case. He tanked this case 100%. He's actually how I got interested in watching the case, because if I'm being honest, I didn't really watch all of the Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, well, rather Tory Lanez in the state of California. I didn't watch that whole trial like front to back how I did the ASAP Rocky trial. But this one I watched from the beginning, because I'm looking at the prosecution like, how fucking dare y'all put this person on the stand? How? Like, how did you even think? Then the prosecution was so goddamn cocky. He had the nerve to say in his closing statements that maybe Relli did perjure himself. And he your witness, bro? You just gonna admit it like that? Whether we know it or not, you're gonna admit it? Yeah, because you knew he had already tanked the case. You knew he had already tanked the case. And at this point, you were just grasping at straws. That's why you kept picking on Joe Tacopino. They was getting into it so bad. The judge was like, stop it. He was like, I'm tired of you, Joe. He was like, Joe Tacopino was like, oh, I feel really threatened. He was like, you ought to be. You ought to be. I was cracking up. The prosecution was grasping at straws. He didn't know what the fuck. He was trying everything under the sun. And what I also loved was the defense. They prepared their lawyers. They prepared their witnesses very well. Very well. They had the whole fucking ASAP mob up there. And now y'all got a new, I think y'all should get a new ASAP member, ASAP Wiley. I think y'all should put Wiley in the ASAP mob, right? Anyway, they just looking at the prosecutor like, and my favorite was, I think my favorite was not Lou and not Wiley, the other one, 12E. That's his name. He was my favorite. He was my favorite because I love about him. He was like, no. I didn't say that. And the prosecution was crafty. So you agree that, no, I don't agree. But you didn't say that. Yes. No, I didn't say that. But you don't agree. No, I don't agree. But so you're testifying that. No, I'm not testifying that. You're saying I said that. Like, Tory was not playing with their fucking ass. He was not playing with them, and I was proud of him. I was very, very, very proud of him because he stood 10 toes down in the prosecution. I was looking at the prosecutor like, so this is my thing. I thought that it's mandatory for you to go, if you're going to be a witness at a trial, I thought it was mandatory that you get prepped by whoever is calling you to the stand. So like case in point, if you're coming to the stand for the defense, I assume that they prep you. Same thing with the prosecution team. Like they could not have had no conversation with Relli. I'm inclined to believe they did not have no conversation. Relli, you were a piece of shit. And the reason why I was so happy about this verdict too is because Wiley, who gave the recordings of what Relli was saying, the other day I was watching, my algorithm keeps showing me Takedown and Troy Ave. Oh Lord, I don't want to get into that fight. But oh, okay. Tifa said not all lawyers are the same. Okay, so it's not mandatory. Okay. So my algorithm keeps showing me, like I said, Takedown and what's his name? Oh Lord, Takedown and Troy Ave. And that's because I have something brewing in my head about that. But anywho, so as my algorithm shows me, I watch their videos, listening to both their parts, yada, yada, yada. And one of the things that Troy Ave said in one of his videos that I totally agree with is, he said that we have to start treating haters like how we treat sex offenders and murderers and all those people. We have to start treating haters that way, because I do honestly feel like it should be a crime for that to be your situation, because when people hate a person, they will go to some desperate measures, or when they're jealous of a person, and that's scary. That's scary. So what ASAP Relli was saying, no, you're not even ASAP, mom. I'm kicking you out. I'm ASAP Bossy. Like, read the room. What Relli was saying on the recordings was basically that he was pissed off. What I got from it was he was pissed off that Rocky is getting all this money and living his best life, and he's not taking care of the team. And because of that, he has some smoke with Rocky, right? Rocky, on the other hand, just felt like you're a crybaby. You just want to be taken care of and pampered. You're not my bitch, so I'm not doing all these things for you. So his point was, but you're not doing anything for the crew. And one of the things that he brought up was one of the ASAP Mob members passed away, and Rocky's supposed to pay for the funeral, and that's initially why he was mad. But sweetie, it seemed like Rocky did pay for the funeral. You just were not aware. So again, I feel like Relli, you was grasping at straws for a reason to hate Rocky because you were jealous of his success. That's just my personal opinion. Then on top of that, you found a way that you can be a part of not necessarily his success, but his finances, because what you were trying to do was get some of his money. And for me, I looked at that like, I don't know, if we're friends and I see you're successful, because even like when ASAP Lou went up there, he said he became a part of ASAP Mob because Rocky saw him in the audience at a show and was like, I like your energy. I want you to come work for me. So my thing about you, Relli, is why didn't you try to take the approach of, you know, we're already friends. Let me see what I could do for you or with you so I can make some money. What I don't like is the way you was going about getting the money, and you were supposed to be his friend. So you hear him saying on the recordings that he was, because Rocky allegedly shot him, he was taking that to the police, and he was going to get him a criminal case because his criminal case will prove his civil case, and in his civil case, he will get $30 million. I think that's what he was asking for. Really, but what would have been the issue with you going to him and saying to him, listen, I'm down and out. Is there any way that I can help on the team to make some money? Because it seems like everybody else was on the team. What was your deal? But what I think happened was, I think that who you really are was exposed to Rocky long ago, and that's why he wasn't really fucking with you. So you knew you couldn't come and ask him about being on the team to do nothing to help, because he knew you was a fucked up person. And because of that, you said, oh, well, since I can't get down, I can't get on the team, and I can't make no money with him, let me take some money from him. And you're a fucking hater. You're jealous, and that was nasty. That was nasty. And I was so happy. I was more happy about this case him being found not guilty for you. It wasn't even only for Rocky. I was happy for Rocky. Yeah, and they had Raekwon and Ramen at the case, the kids. I thought that was cute. Riri was there, 10 toes down, got it, right? But I more so wanted that not guilty verdict, because really, I wanted you. I wanted your civil lawsuit to fucking fail. And see, what they did, what I did hear some lawyers saying when I was watching some of those lawyer shows, was that he can still proceed with the civil lawsuit, but hey, Pookie, he can still proceed with the civil lawsuit, but it kind of, okay, I saw what you said about the paper sales. It kind of makes no sense. It kind of doesn't work in his favor that the person was acquitted in the actual trial. And see, what happened was, really, you thought you was going to you was going to muscle man him and bully him into just saying, oh, okay, I'll just give you the money because I don't want this to go to trial. He fooled your fucking ass. He took the trial. But really, I don't understand why you wouldn't think he would take the trial. His bitch is a billionaire, baby. His bitch is a billionaire. I'm taking it wherever it needs to go when my bitch got all this money. And this is not only my lady. I got 2 kids with this girl. Our kids is young. She going to do everything she has to do to keep me out of jail. And so am I. And so am I. So, sweetie, you should have known. You should have known that I'm not folding. I'm taking it to trial, and I'm winning because I'm that nigga, right? And I think that's why you hated him, because he was that nigga. Now, again, I don't know if at one point you was that nigga in the crew or Rocky took over. I don't know. I do know some people kind of feel jealousy in cliques and stuff when that happens too. When you have somebody that's supposed to be the man or that girl, and then the roles switch, and when the roles switch, the person who was supposedly going to be that person, when they realize they're not in that spot no more, they have a mental and complete breakdown. It looks like that's what you had, really. And then you got thirsty, and you got jealous, and you got corny, and you pulled some bullshit, and all of that backfired on you. And in the words of Neatly Leaks, like she said, you never win when you play dirty, bitch. You never when you play dirty. And now look at you, speaking of playing dirty, right? I don't consider this playing dirty. Rocky, I want to talk to you about something. I want to talk to you. Let me take a little sip of my wine. Rocky, like I said in the thumbnail, this is where the real fight begins. This is where the real fight begins. I don't want to hear no bullshit, Rocky, about, oh, I'm just going to let the Lord take care of it. And I'm just going to fall. No, 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 no. It's for on next season. It's nuts on next season. Let me tell you something. I want you to countersue Relli, right, for defamation of character, all of the things you could think of, trauma. Oh, you had to go. I want you to countersue Relli, right? Now, granted, Relli is broke. He's broke, so you're not getting anything. But the plan is to drag him in court every fucking chance you get and drain his pockets the same way he was trying to drain yours. Game on now, Relli. Game the fuck on now. Because what you was trying to do, that shit was nasty. That was nasty, and it showed who you are. And then on top of that, you know what made you even more corny and whack? You talk too fucking much. You talk too much, because why was you telling Wiley all of your plans over the phone? First of all, you was trying to act like at the trial, you ain't even really know Wiley. I think I might have spoke to him. Who did you say? Wale? I know him a little bit. I mean, he might have did some. You act like you didn't really know him at the fucking trial, right? So for you to act like you didn't know him, you sure sat up on that phone cozy and told him all of your plans on how you was plotting to steal this fucking man money. How stupid could you be? How stupid could you be? And prosecution, your witness tanked that case. Take that case. And y'all so stupid because the prosecution, y'all went up first. This is the first witness y'all. No, I think y'all called the police first. Y'all shouldn't even put him on the stand. He was another thing, like it was terrible. It was a terrible choice. It was horrible. And sweetie, you never win when you play dirty, you lost. Rocky, I don't want to hear no bullshit about I knew him my whole life. I just want this to be behind me. No. I watched enough hours of this fucking trial, and I need to know that we're going to get what we need in the end. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to countersue Relli. You're going to countersue him. You're going to go to your doctor and let them produce all of your records of how you was how this was a traumatic event for you, and how it crippled your parenting, and how it had you having PTSD, waking up in the middle of the night, cold sweats, thinking you was in a jail cell. These are all the things that I need you to do. Defamation of character. You have to let them know how you lost business. And let me tell you something. Follow Jay-Z. You see what Jay-Z doing to Buzbee ass? You see what Jay-Z is doing to Buzbee ass? I want you to follow that same blueprint. Follow that same blueprint. Now you turn around and you put your lawsuit in, okay? And you hold it on this motherfucker. Now, Rocky, let me tell you something. Let's be clear. You ain't getting nothing. Let's be crystal clear. You ain't getting nothing. Look at Relli fucking outfits. You ain't getting shit. I'm here to tell you there's nothing that Relli could give you. Look at Relli courtroom shirt. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So Relli has nothing for you, but maybe a hamper full of dirty clothes. He has nothing for you, right? He didn't even get a fucking proper haircut for the trial. So don't worry about getting no money. Don't worry about getting no money. What I want you to focus on is him having to come back and forth to court the same way your ass did. Let him be nervous the same way your ass was. All right. So Rocky, I don't want to hear no, oh, I ain't worried about that nigga. No. Now it's time to let the law work in your favor, baby. Okay? So you going on and get Joe. Say, Joe, I want you to put this paperwork in for me. Go to your doctor, get all your documentation to support what you're saying so the courts know you ain't lying like he was. You ain't perjuring yourself. And you go your ass in there and you say, and now I'm suing you. Rocky, don't let us down. We are all rooting for you. Do not let us the fuck down. This is the plan, okay? I don't want you to forget that. Y'all tag ASAP Rocky, screen record this and send it to him because that's the plan, and we're not backing down from the fucking plan. And Rocky, when you make it happen, send me the $200 a month he gonna send you. You don't need that. You can get that on to me, right? But anywho, I'm so happy for ASAP Rocky. I mean, he had such a reaction to what took place. He was jumped over the damn thing to hug his mom and his sister and his woman, and it was so nice. Like I said, they had Ryan and Robert there, the two sons. It was a beautiful thing. And they said when they left the courtroom, they Joe Tacopino is now ASAP Joe, and things are working out. So I was very, very happy about the verdict. Very, very happy about the verdict. I think that they did a good job. I'm happy for Rocky. Rocky, do I think that was a prop gun? I don't know if I believe that one. What I will say is whether it was prop whether it was a prop or whether it was a real thing, hire your ass some armed security and stop it with this. Stop it with this. Stop it with this. Your bitch is a billionaire. Y'all got 2 kids. Y'all worth a lot. Y'all important to the hip hop community, the entertainment industry. You don't have to be out here causing yourself all this stress and getting yourself in all this drama. Hire y'all some security and let security do what they fucking do. And let that be on them. Let them be the people that they got the licenses for the gun. You know, let that all be on them. So anything happen, you can say, my security team is taking care of it. Don't walk around with no props and all that bullshit. You're not in Harlem no more, sweetheart. Let it burn. Please. Okay? Okay. Like I said, when you drain Relli dry, and he's sending you his $250 a month, because that's all he's gonna be able to afford, hopefully, you could just forward that over here to your team that was rooting for you. You don't need that. You go with a billionaire. Anywho, moving right along, right? I wanted to talk about Love and Hip Hop. Love and Hip Hop. Love and Hip Hop. I watched Miami and I watched Atlanta. Right? I won't lie to y'all. I kind of never really been into Miami too tough, but I watch. I try to at least, right? I don't know. I'm just not here for these storylines. I'm here for Princess. I love Princess. I didn't like what her and Ray J did the other day to my boy, because I don't care for Brooke, but I do like Marcus. So I didn't like what Princess and Ray J did, because I feel like that should have been kept between the girls. And I feel like Brooke, your ass got scared and you ran and told Marcus and he went out there to defend you when that wasn't really Marcus and Ray J's beef. Did I understand what Ray J was saying? Yes, but that stemmed from Brooke. So I think that, like Princess said, Brooke, don't make me beat your ass. And I think Brooke ass got scared and said, well, let me stay away from her. So now you want to be her knight in shining armor. No, Marcus, you needed to sit down. Ray J, you already told Marcus you ain't like what his woman did. You need to check Brooke, because ever since Love and Hip Hop, LA, she's a fucking troublemaker. She is a troublemaker. She's always in the middle of always starting some shit. She's beautiful though, but she irritated me with that on Love and Hip Hop LA. So I was happy Princess was calling on her bullshit. Don't let her slide, because that's how she used to slip through before. Ain't no slipping and slide, bitch. I'm letting you know I fuck Amada up and I fuck you up too. And both of them hoes are scared. Right, Princess? But I didn't like what Ray J did to Marcus. I did not like that. I was not here for that. Ray J, you look crazy. You look absolutely nuts, Ray J. I'm sorry. Ray J, you know what you look like? You look like, you know how you got the uncle that's like he like the last kid of the elders. So he's younger. He's more close to like the nieces and nephew age, but he's still low-key old, but he's trying to be young and he look crazy. Ray J, that's how you look. You look crazy, Ray J. The 2 fat girls. Oh my God. I was here for... What's the 2 big girls' name? I'm here for the second big girl who man just came home from jail. I'm here for her. I'm not here for the first one. I never was here for the first one. Let me tell you. I don't want to talk about it. Never mind. Zoe Breaks. Let me see. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I think I'm not here for Zoe Brinks, but I think I'm here for the new one. I'm here for the new chubby girl. Listen. I'm not here for who they say is the new host, Celine. Why are you there, Ike? I don't want that person there, but whatever. Anywho, like I said, I'm here for the other fat girl, because I feel like, she might be a tad bit more confident. Zoe Brinks, ever since she walked on the show, I could tell that she was not one of the plus size confident girls. And she just always, in my opinion, there's always something showing. Like your slip is always showing. So I'm not here for you, right? I'm never here for Amada La Negra. Trina, I hope this work out for you. Trina, you know what? It's people like you, Remy, Nikki. Y'all are the type of women that y'all need men that y'all can dominate. I don't know why some women need that, but y'all need men that y'all can dominate, right? And because of that, y'all go pick these men who don't have as much money as you, or who don't have as much fame as you, you know, or who may not even be as smart as you. Because in those situations, you become the more dominant one. Trina, you always coming with these broke ass men. I'm sorry, the last man looked crazy and broke. You always come with these broke ass men, getting them veneers, twisting up their fucking dreads, putting them on songs, building them up, and then I don't see it work out. It didn't work out with the last one you was engaged to. So Trina, I hope this work out for you, because I don't know, but okay, girl, I hope it works out for you, because I have no faith. The Koopa Queen and the sister, I don't give a damn about them. Shay, okay, I'm wrong, but I like Fabian. Like Shay and Fabian. I like Fabian. Sometimes he got too many antics, but the antics is a cackle for me. I like Fabian. I know they be cursing Fabian the fuck out. I like Fabian. What I don't like about you, Shay, is your face is getting played in and you mad at the rest of the world. And I don't like that, because even sometimes you be turning on your family when Fabian do shit to you. And they be like, bitch, your real beef was with Fabian. Stop picking on that fucking brother and that mother. Okay, you irritate me. So I don't want to see you no more. But like I said, Love and Hip Hop Miami ain't really too much my judge. I just watch it because, hey, I ain't got shit else on to watch. So I really don't have a choice at this point. Am I watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? I don't want to be, but I am. Yandy. You know what I feel, Yandy? I feel like you have too many years on Love and Hip Hop. I felt as though you had some clout, and I feel as though you have too many connections with production and all these other people to continuously let them play in your face like this on this show. It should be no reason that they playing with your marriage. But you know what I also think? I think that you taking a page out of Rashida book. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Don't go down there telling her to be fucking stupid. Don't go down there telling her to be stupid, because you see Rashida let her fucking man play, and 1 minute he was in a hot tub with Bambi, and the next minute he was producing a real live motherfucking kid. So let me tell you something, Yandy. If people want to play with their relationships on here, they boyfriends, they side pieces, don't let nobody fucking play with your husband. Don't let nobody fuck with your marriage. And see, you going down there and you hanging with Rashida and you thinking it's okay to let production do a little dibble and dabble with your marriage, and y'all laughing and y'all joking. Let me tell you something. Rashida tried that the first time when he was in that fucking hot tub with Bambi, and then next thing you know, there was a real live kid involved. So Yandy, you let these people play with your marriage for ratings if you want to, baby girl, and go on. Go on. I put a video out months ago. It said that the streets is waiting on Mendices. So, Yandy, I'm telling you right now, I know you want to go down there and fit in. You better go to fuck over there and hang out with Candy. You better go over there and hang out with Candy. Because they said Candy made it clear to everybody on the production staff. She made it clear to Andy Cohen, what the fuck we would not do is play with me and Todd. So you better go over there and hang out with Yandy, because you hanging with Rashida and you think it's a game and a joke until you over there with a fucking side baby that you trying to hide, just like you tried to do with that other child Mendici got. So let me tell you something right now. Do not let these people play with your marriage, okay? Because it's looking like it's going there. Carly Red. All right, let me say this about Carly Red. What I do like about Carly Red is that every time when she is on the show, she is talking about things she have going on. Like she's opening boutiques and restaurants. And so I can appreciate that about Carly. What I don't want to keep seeing is every fucking season, Carly with a new man, Carly marrying a man, Carly engaged to the man, Carly want to fight over the man. I don't care nothing about that. I don't care nothing about that. So it kind of makes me feel like retire Carly from the show. But in all fairness, Carly is still entertaining. Carly Red is still entertaining. Zell Swag and Santana. Young Jock and Kendra. Shakana, no. Spice, no. Little Zane and his woman, absolutely not. Amy, and if she bring on the fucking gay basketball player, what's his name? What's the man? Swipe these people. So, I'm here for Rennie Rucci. I love Rennie Rucci. I think Rennie, we should see more Rennie's personal life. But you know what I think? I think Rennie's smart. And Rennie said, what Love and Hip Hop will not motherfucking do is play in my face. So I'm going to just keep showing up at events and standing around looking surprised when y'all about to fight. Because I'm not letting y'all in my house so y'all can fucking play with my fucking new man and our new baby. So I like Rennie on here. I want to see more Rennie. I don't want to see I don't want to see Jessica White. Hey, my nosy neighbor Steph. I do not want to see Jessica White. I don't want to see Jessica White. I do not want to see Jessica White. Jessica, you know what? I don't mind keeping a homegirl around that's woke and that's into self-advocacy and that is a fucking tree hugger and all that. I'm here for those type of homegirls, right? You always need one or two in a clique. So that doesn't bother me. What irritates me, Jessica, is that you have to be that for yourself. Stop going around getting in these other fucking people business and then acting like you got their best interest at heart. No, you just a lonely bitch who look like you on pills and potion, allegedly, and because you don't have nothing going on, you going around fucking with other people. It's not right. It's not right. Mind your fucking business. And Yandy, if you let this bony neck bitch play with you with them prom dresses and her fucking confessionals, if you let her play with your marriage on here, bringing people on talk about, I didn't know what Mendici was doing. Yandy, I'm telling you, I promise you, don't follow Rashishi. Though, do not follow Rashishi. But I don't want to see Jessica White. You know what? When they gonna give Zayn his check? If y'all tell me when they're going to give Zayn his check, then I will probably be here for it. Because then if I see Zayn with a few more dollars and looking like he not on the corner of my block, then maybe I might be here for him and a girlfriend because I low-key kind of like Ashley, you know. So I would like to see them get their first check, right? But if they're not going to get paid, then they don't need to be here because they don't, absolutely not. Like I said, Kendra... Okay, that's Love and Hip Hop. I don't I don't know what Yandy and Mendici and all these people gonna do. Like I said, you let people play with you on reality TV, especially your relationship, and you fuck around and find out. You fuck around and find out. Me personally, I don't like it. I don't like it. I wouldn't do it. But I know some people is like, listen, we trying to keep getting these checks, so we're gonna continue to let people play. Okay. I mean, it's not my thing. It's not my thing. Ain't never been my thing. Ain't gonna start being my thing. But if folks want to allow it, that's their motherfucking business. So we got some good news. We got some good news. I saw this today. Cassie is expecting baby number 3. Cassie announced that she's expecting baby number 3. I think those are 2 girls that she has, so I'm hoping it's a boy this time around. But yes, Cassie is expecting baby number 3. So I don't know. Anybody is y'all checking on Diddy, or we not checking on Diddy into the trial? I would like to go to the trial. I would really, really like to go to the trial. But in any event, yeah, Cassie just announced that. Oh, wait, it's crazy because I was just about to talk to y'all about this. Hold on one second. We got to pivot for a minute. So I was just about to say, congratulations, Cassie, we love you. And bitch, you got 50 million or however much you got. I was just about to go into Joe Buddens versus 50 Cent. I was just about to go into that. And when I opened up my phone, I see that it says Queen's Flip and Joe Budden get into a heated argument behind the scenes. Before I let y'all hear the argument, because we're about to listen to it in real time, I want to say this. It could be because Queen's Flip was advocating for 50. Okay, let's listen to what the argument was about. Hold on. Let's see. I feel like, what the fuck I feel about? What the fuck are you talking about? I said, you don't check my word. You check the word. You the success of my you talking to. Walking to me like Mm, 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 mm. Right, Queen Flip. Oh. Ooh, ooh. Okay, well, it looks like they're arguing over something else, but this is what I will say. So, yesterday or the day before yesterday, I don't watch the Joe Buddens podcast. I'm sorry, I do not watch the Joe Buddens podcast. I personally can't really stomach Joe Buddens. From what I hear, he seems to be very rational and mature on the part. I'm not, I cannot stomach him. But number one, I kind of sort of like Queen's Flip, right? I like him because he keeps like a high energy. He kind of plays too much, but I also like that every time I hear him speak, when he's not laughing and joking, he's actually standing for something. He's on Joe Budden's podcast. I didn't know he was a permanent cast member on it. I didn't know that. I also didn't know that when he's there, he acts like way more serious than he does on his own podcast. I didn't know that. So anyway, when a snippet came up yesterday online and I seen him speaking, I just tuned into it. It was from the Joe Budden's podcast, but like I said, I don't watch the show. But when I was scrolling through YouTube and seeing it, Queen's Flip was talking. So I'm like, okay, well, let me pay attention to what he's talking about. So anyway, what happened was they were having a discussion. I don't know if I'm going to play it here because it's a lot of it's kind of long. But the long and the short of it was that basically, and I'm not going to lie, I really felt what Joe Buddens was saying here too. They were talking about how 50 Cent handled Irv Gotti's death, right? And they was just saying, is it appropriate for you to make jokes about a dead person and yada, 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 right? So a lot of people are on the fence about this, right? A lot of people feel like 50 and Joe Buddens been through a lot. 50 and Irv Gotti been through a lot. So whatever 50 wants to say about that whole situation, he has the right to, because he's been in a very tumultuous situation with Joe Buddens and Murder Inc. and Ja Rule and all of them, right? And then you have the other people on the other side of the fence, which I'm one of those other people. And I feel like I would never tell nobody how to feel, because I am a big feelings person and it's very easy for me to get in my feelings, right? So nobody can't tell me how to feel. So I don't want to tell anybody else how to feel. But I think how you make the distinction between an adult and a child is how you handle those feelings and what you do with them, right? When you're growing through them. It's one thing to say, I have feelings about something somebody did to me, so I want to fight them. It's another thing to say, I have feelings about something that somebody did to me, so I stay away from them, right? Most times when you're young, you cannot really navigate your feelings properly, right? You're young, you're trying to figure things out, you haven't matured to that level. So yeah, you do a lot of bullshit, a lot of fuck shit. That's why we let young people most times slide with the things that they do, because they're still trying to figure it out. In my opinion, as you age and get older and have certain experiences, you're supposed to grow. So as an adult, you don't always handle your feelings the same because you're not a fucking kid anymore. For me, I can't stomach 50 Cent either. Do I think that the antics are funny at times? Of course. It's not one person on this planet that can't say they don't think some of the things he do is funny. I think when he was doing all that with Jim Jones, I was cackling, right? So I'm not saying that some of the antics aren't entertaining, but I more feel like he's a person that takes it too far because he's very immature. And for me, I cannot stomach that, right? And I felt like with that whole Irv Gotti situation, I'm not saying 50 can't say fuck them, he don't like them, he happy, that whatever he felt. It was the public display of his feelings that made it nasty. You are a grown-ass man. This man has family. This man has children, and he's no longer here. Bro, you rich. Let it go. and not let go of your feelings. Let go of the public display of disparaging this man, because really and truly, he's not nothing to you, you're not nothing to him. You know? So when they was arguing up there, Queen's Flip was saying, he's on the other side. You know, they've been through a lot. You can't tell people how to feel. People express things in different ways. Not everybody grows in the same space as everybody else. He was making excellent points, right? And Joe Buddens was saying that all of that is just to cover up that 50 needs therapy. Now, while I don't disagree with Joe Buddens, I actually agree with him. I think that's a motherfucking pot calling the kettle back all day, every day. All day, every day. Because if you're going to stand there with a straight face and say 50 need therapy and hip hop need therapy, Joe, your ass better be in therapy, because you before 50, if you ask me, right, by some of the shit that you have been alleged to do. Right. So I heard of that. What I think happened was, from sometimes when I see little things, it seems like you're not really allowed. And you guys can let me know if you watch the Joe Buddens podcast. Let me not say you're not allowed. I feel like I hear a lot of people say that it's frowned upon when anybody disagrees with him on his platform, right? And I don't know if it's frowned upon right there in your face, or little shady shit is done behind your back. I just know that I hear that often. Like I hear like he curses the cast out, and he does little funny things in the background, and people get suspended and you don't see them on the show for a week or two. And that's what I hear happens, right? So what I'm thinking is, what sparked this that I just let y'all here listen to, was that yesterday Queen's Flip made a very valid point, but it was also a point that was against what Joe Buddens was saying, right? But I don't know. I know that y'all know 50. Y'all know 50. 50 ain't let that shit rest. 50 said, I'm sorry, what, Joe? So he said, Joe Buddens, you need therapy too, because you walking around butt naked, showing your dick and nuts to everybody in your building. And that is the truth, because a couple of, I want to say weeks ago, it was some issue with Joe Buddens and him being naked, and they never clarified that. So I don't know, but he did clap back. He did clap back, and Joe hasn't said anything since, and now we see the whole him and Queen's Flip arguing. So I don't know. I know me personally, right? I'm not a fan of either one, Joe Buddens or 50 Cent, right? So I just was looking like, okay, I guess we'll see how that pans out. All right, moving right along. Today, I was minding my business looking at YouTube, and then guess what I saw? I saw some of the beloved cast from Wags to Riches, Miami. They were on Reality with the King, the Carlos King podcast, right? Okay. So what happened was, I guess he already interviewed Sherelle. I can't look at no interviews with Sherelle. I already know what she's going to say. She's not a mean girl. Editing did that, all that bullshit, right? But I was happy to see Stoni and Sade do an interview, because I've never seen them do any interviews regarding the show. If you guys didn't watch Wags to Riches, I have a whole playlist on my YouTube channel here where I've reviewed every single show. So if you want to catch up on the show, please go watch it on Netflix. If you want to hear what I thought about the show and my reviews, check the playlist out here on my channel, right? Like, comment, share, subscribe. In any event, so they went up there to do the interview with Carlos King. I think it was very good. I think it was very, very good. So Stoni broke down how her SEX tape was leaked. 50 Cent leaked her sex tape, and with some guy that she was dating. He turned over the tape to 50. 50 was beefing with Rick Ross. She's Rick Ross' baby mother. 50 wanted to pay Rick Ross back, so he leaked the sex tape, right? I personally, when I was watching the show, I was a fan of Stoni's from the show, right? I was a fan of Stoni's watching the show. Watching this interview kind of made me feel like the verdict is still out on Stoni, because I kind of almost a little teeny weeny bit feel like she's not always telling the truth. You know what? I'm gonna tell you what it feels like to me. It feels like Stoni doesn't always tell the whole story. right? So you know how like sometimes when you get in trouble when you a kid, right? And you have a fight after school and you go home and you know your mother gonna know about the fight because everybody done called her and told her you had a fight. So when you get home, she's like, what happened? You like, well, saw the girl outside and she bumped into me and I asked her, you stepped on my foot? And she said, so what? She pushed me, we started fighting. That's what happened. That's what happened. But there was also the day before when you stepped on her foot and she told you that she was going to pay you back, that you leaving out of the story. That's what Stoni gave me. She's always omitting parts of the story, right? Because even when she was telling about the whole sex tape thing, I feel like she was trying to remember what she said she was going to say instead of just flat out saying the story. So it kept being things like, well, let me see. Let me think. I don't know. Wait, hold on. Give me a minute. When if it happened, just tell what the fuck happened. So I don't know. For me, I like Stoni. I think she's a beautiful woman. I like her. But something about all of the stories that she told on the interview today, it just was like, are you telling the whole story, Stoni? Because even like when she brought up her and Tia Kemp, right? And she was saying that, you know, Tia doesn't like her and she just feels like Tia doesn't like her because Rick Ross loves her and she's Rick Ross' first baby mama and her and Rick Ross get along. So she says she feels like, you know, Tia basically like wants her to disappear, and because she was still around, it made Tia hate her. And then she told the story about her living in a house that Rick Ross purchased, her breaking up with Rick Ross and moving out the house, Tia now moving in the house and having a baby with Rick Ross, and then her moving, and then Tia getting put out and her moving back in the house. But she kind of just skimmed over what really happened, because it was like, well, why was he putting out one baby mother for another? Did you play a part in that? And I felt like you were omitting a part of that story because you would have had to admit that you did play a part, right? So I don't know. I like her, but I was like, do you always tell the whole story? Right. But again, she was good up there. She spoke about that. She said her Rick is really, really good. She was like, you know, they love each other and always have. And she was like, you know, she don't have no smoke with him. She tries to be even kill with him. And she was like, and because of that, really and truly, basically, she said she's a kept woman. So what that led me to believe is that Rick Ross still finances her life and she loves that, which is probably why, according to her, she doesn't date. Because even on the show, when they was asking her what she did, and she was like, well, this is another reason why I feel like she omits things, right? She was like, well, I don't, because I think that, you know, it makes guys uncomfortable because I still live in a home that my baby father purchased for me, right? And I feel like, it ain't necessarily only that you still live in a house, you're still fucking him. So of course it would make anybody that wants to fuck you feel uncomfortable knowing you're still fucking your baby father, but you omitted that part from the story. So that's what I mean about, she just gives me the impression that she doesn't always tell the whole story. And most times when people do that, it's because they don't want to get looked at as like the bad guy, the bad person. They don't want to be judged. But if you're going to tell a story, tell it all, because people are going to judge you anyway. So I just was looking like, Stoni, I don't know, right? Bless you, Pookie. Then Sade, I love Sade. I love Sade. She was very transparent, in my opinion. She was very honest. You know, she's very mature. You know, I liked seeing her in an interview. And she said she's also a podcaster, and Carlos was encouraging her to continue in that field because she is good at like asking questions, because she was even reversing the roles and asking him questions. They asked them about all the cast members, right? And I told y'all in my WAGs review, I said, it ain't just Ashley and Sherelle. Portia Ass is in that Mean Girl crew too. She just not a hide it a little better. So when they got to her name, that's exactly what they said about her, especially Sade. She was like, I was very disappointed in Portia. I was very disappointed in her because I could see in her confessionals and she was throwing the rock and hiding the hand. And Stoni said she also gave me very much follower vibes. And I was saying that in my review. I was like, Sherelle and Ashley are just showing it more up front. But Portia's down with that Mean Girl crew too, right? Sade also said, you know, her and Chosen, yeah, that's his name. They're married. Right. She said her baby's 7 weeks old. She is so excited about being a mom. She said she's continuing to do her podcast and she's going to relaunch her swimwear line. You know, so she said things are really working out for her and her boo. Right. Stoni said that she doesn't know if she's looking to date, but she is looking to create generational wealth, and because of that, she just focusing on her money. But it was one part that made me so sad, and I put this on my social media site. Stoni, they was asking, like, you know, what what allowed you to have so much grace and so much patience with this friend group? Well, obviously they was treating your ass mean and bad. And she was like, you know, I'm on a healing journey. I'm on a healing journey. She was like, and on that healing journey, you know, as a matter of fact, hold on. I'll let you guys hear what she said because I have it in my phone. Hold on one second.
Healing. I'm on a healing journey. So this year, not this year, last year was me coming out of losing a lot of money, losing my mom, losing a relationship, and not really knowing where I was headed. So I had to be patient with myself because I was literally about to lose my mind. I was at the brink of giving up on everything. I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, the money is low, my mom is gone, a relationship, you know, I mean, that had been over, but it was just like I was in a very lonely space. And the only thing, I know oh my God, the only thing that kept me going was God. Amen. The only thing that kept me going was God.
Wow, you know. And when she said that, she got teary-eyed and I got teary-eyed with her because, you know, it's a direct reflection of what's happening on Earth and on this planet today, right? People don't know what other people are growing through. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what other people are growing through. You know, so most times people are sitting around thinking because people look good and people are not outwardly showing all of their issues and the things that they have going on, that they have nothing going on. And it's like, no, people are fighting every day to be happy, to keep sane. You know, I just spoke to a coworker today, just reaching out to her because she was being quiet, you know, and normally she'll reach out to me. And she was like, I'm sorry, I've been checked out. My whole family has COVID. And I'm like, wow, oh my God. I'm thinking you living your best life because we're on a little break right now. And she's like, no, my whole family is down. We all have COVID and we're all sick as a dog. And again, because she's not putting that on social media, I would assume that everything is okay, right? And that's what happens a lot. I'm one of those people that it happens to very often because I am not a person that comes to the public with all of my shortcomings. That's because I'm also a very optimistic person, right? So I like to think positively. I like to kind of, you know, stay in a positive mindset. So me now coming to the public to talk about all of the things that I have going on that may not be the best things in the world, it makes me feel like I'm complaining and I'm holding on to the spirit of negativity when I want to push forward and be positive and make positive things happen. But just because I'm not doing that, that doesn't mean nothing is going on. That does not mean that. You know, so when she was saying all that, I was just thinking to myself, like, wow, I gained a whole new admiration for her. Because I know I would have slapped one of them bitches. I know for sure I would have slapped one of them. Like she said, her mother was passing away. She said, she lost a whole lot of money. She had just lost her relationship. All this shit going on. Meanwhile, y'all bitches is telling me y'all don't want to be my friend over some shit that y'all don't even know the truth about and you don't know me. And on top of that, making my life a living hell every time I'm in the presence of y'all. So for me, the maturity level wouldn't have been there. The maturity level would not have been there. I would have slapped the shit out of Sherelle. And we would have just been rumbling in the jungle and Netflix would have just been hot with me and giving me a lawsuit because that was sad to hear all of the things that she had going on top of having to deal with those ladies. And a lot of that drama was unnecessary. It was unnecessary and a fucking annoying. So anywho, they asked about, what's the other white girl, the crazy one name? They were saying that she was pretty much good, the one who had the fight. They was like, you know, she just living her best life. They were saying, you know, they felt like they really, really like took that situation out of context because it didn't go nearly as way the Cash tried to make it seem like it went. They was like, but again, they're watching it on TV with the rest of the world. And when they seen it, they looking like y'all tried to make it seem like it was a way that it wasn't. Again, I think a lot of that came from people knew her background. People knew that girl background. So they kept like saying like, well, you know, she's a culture vulture and all of these things because they know what she used to do. So I think it was more like, you know, y'all were just really more so picking on her because of her past. It wasn't necessarily that, oh, you know, she's the worst person in the world. Is that we know stuff. We know stuff. So because we know stuff, as soon as you spit in the wrong direction, we're going to have to let you know what we know. Like all of the Kanye stuff. It just was stupid to me. It was stupid to me because in my opinion, I'm like, grow the fuck up. Grow up. All of y'all's grown, and this shit is fucking silly. I'm trying to find a girl name, right? Jules. That was her name, Jules. So, anywho, last but not least, because I don't want to keep you guys more than an hour and we're almost there, I want to talk about the Jay-Z countersuing. The counter lawsuit. Yeah, Jay. Rocky, take notes. Take notes, Rocky, because Jay is doing exactly what I'm telling you to do, right? Breaking down Jay-Z's lawsuit against nemesis Tony Buzbee. Sean Jay-Z Carter might have 99 problems, but a sexual assault lawsuit certainly isn't one. The civil suit against him was officially dropped on February 14th, but the hip-hop mogul isn't done clearing his name. In a shocking development, Jay-Z is suing Tony Buzbee, the lawyer who represented the Jane Doe accuser. Over the past few months, Carter has made it his mission to fight back against Buzbee, both in the courts and online. The two men have thrown accusations and challenges at each other, all stemming from the original civil lawsuit where Jane Doe accused Carter and Sean Diddy Combs of raping her in 2000. The Roc Nation founder released a statement following the dismissal, calling the civil suit without merit and never going anywhere. Hov continues saying the fictional tale they created was laughable, if not for the seriousness of the claims. And just like he promised back in December, Carter is coming after Buzbee in the form of a defamation lawsuit. Here are the details. Now, Rocky, I want you to pay attention to these details, because this is how you come in when you drag your nuts across Relli neck. We're not letting up, Rocky. We not letting up. As many times as you went to court, as many times Relli gonna have to go to court. So we're not letting up here. Even though the only thing you're going to get is probably a hamper full of dirty clothes and some clippers and maybe a razor. I don't know. He don't got nothing. But listen, this is what we doing. So pay attention here, right? Declarations and official filing. The Root previously reported Jay-Z's original defamation suit against Buzbee was first filed months ago. Then Carter accused the lawyer of civil extortion, defamation, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Okay, let's run that back, Rocky. Write this down. Write this down. Civil extortion, defamation, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Write that down, Rocky. Rocky, take notes, okay? I'm going to write it down for you. I got your back. Okay. Now, Hov filed the declaration on Monday, February 10th, accusing the Texas lawyer of strategically sinking the Jane Doe suit to coincide with the eve of his oldest daughter's Blue Ivy Mufasa the Lion King movie premiere. Carter claims this purposeful move to outshine Blue's moment put me in a position of having to choose between supporting my daughter or hiding to avoid the negative press, according to him. Okay, wait a minute. So Rocky, so I want you to go back, because listen, they said this been going on since 2022 with you and Relli. So this is what you do. Go back. When was Ryan and Roberto born? Go back and when was Ryan and Roberto born? Because this is what you do. You go back and you see when your kids is born versus when this old shit jumped off, and you say he caused you to have stress about seeing the birth of your sons, Robert and Rellington, because he was putting you. Listen, Relli. Rocky, we getting this shit together. Hello, come on now. Hov said, I felt that Mr. Buzbee was placing it onto my head that I either bow to his demands or endure personal and financial ruin, Carter wrote in the declaration. If that wasn't enough, the rapper also alleged she lost $20 million in sports and entertainment contracts due to the false accusation in Buzbee's lawsuit. Listen, Rocky, Hov is laying out the blueprint. Hov is laying out the blueprint. This is what you're going to do. We got it. Hov is showing you. You use all of these words that Hov is using against Relli. Come on. We're going to make this happen. The mental toll and death threats. Oh, my God. This nigga Hov. That's why I fucks with you, Hov. That's why you married to the baddest bitch on the planet. Saturday, May 24th, 7 p.m. MetLife Stadium. Cowboy Carter. Anywho, shameless plug. Listen, because this nigga don't play. Okay, here we go. Now Rocky. Listen, Rocky, pay attention. This is deep here. This part right here is very important. The mental toll and the death threats. In addition to the financial hit, Carter's suit also claims he experienced mental anguish because of the allegations. In the filing, he said he was forced into hiding to avoid negative media attention. This emotional distress, according to Carter, aimed to attack his character and ultimately his legacy. And by doing so, not only was Jay's name smudged, but also that of his families. Bitch. Rocky, Jay is giving you the blueprint. Come on. Jay is giving you the blueprint. I want Relli in court, and I want all of this said. Come on, Rocky. Come on. Jay said, I would not wish this experience on anyone. The trauma that my wife, my children, my loved ones, and I have endured can never be dismissed. Additionally, oh, I love the additionally. Yes, Hope. Hove said his family had received death threats over the matter, which might explain the extra security during the Carter's recent Grammy appearance. People have said, I can't wait until you join Combs in prison. Then later in hell, the declaration said, other comments have accused me of being a satanist, a trafficker, a terrorist, a monster. They called me the N-word and threatened violence against me and my wife, including to kill or execute us, bitch. Rocky, I'ma DM this to you. Hove then laid it out. Listen, you're not letting up off Relli. I don't want to hear no, oh, life is screwing him already and he hasn't hard enough. And, you know, we grew up together. No, bitch. He was trying to get 30 mil from you, okay? He said it on the recording. We heard it. He said, I'm getting my 30 M's. He was trying to get 30 mil from you. So I know you're only going to get a hamper from him, but, bitch, you're going to fight for that hamper. You're going to fight for that hamper, Rocky. Hove is giving you the blueprint. Hold on. So it says, so what's next? With sexual assault case against Hove dismissed with prejudice, his name has been cleared, and in return, Buzbee is next on Jay's to-do list. The rapper's lawsuit seeks financial damages as he aims to set a precedent against corrupt attorneys misusing the legal system for personal. Come on now. Come on. Here we look at you. Here we go. Okay. Buzbee has not responded to the dismissal of the suit or to Jay's updated declaration. Is that all they got? Yeah. Listen. Rocky, there we go. Jay laid it out. Jay is going to tear the pants off this fucking greedy bitch because he thought he was going to dig in Jay pockets. And Rocky, I need you to dig in Relli hamper. We got this. So I'm going to DM you this stuff because we're not playing with Relli. We're not letting Relli off the hook. I heard Relli say on the recording that, oh, listen, he want 30 M's. Okay, so now you get your hamper and go about your business. That's what we're going to do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's over an hour. I don't want to keep y'all no longer. Let me tell you what I got on my menu today. I don't want to tell y'all because Pookie on here is too exclusive. Y'all want to see it. I'm going to make a video and put it on my YouTube. But in any event, thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to us for helping Rocky win the motherfucking case. And we also helping him sue. So we're going to get up on this and get it right and get it tight. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Go back and check out my WAGs playlist. Go watch WAGs on Netflix. We're working on getting 5,000 subscribers. In the next 90 days, we need to get up to 5,000 subscribers. So like, share, comment, subscribe as much as you can. I will be back Friday for Let That Sick and love you guys. Mwah. Enjoy your night.